Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel Roseology. So today's video we are covering the blessings on the way to you. I'll be using tarot to decipher the spiritual and material blessings coming your way. So tarot, or at least my readings here on my channel, are not meant to tell you anything you do not know, as much as they are here to confirm the things you do know but have forgotten. So if something doesn't resonate, then either that part of the message isn't meant for you or you might not be ready to hear it. Tarot is going to reveal truths about our energetic frequencies, even truths that we might not be ready to hear or want to hear. And we have to be ready and willing to allow those truths in order for these messages to resonate, okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest. If something doesn't resonate, do not feel as though these readings are set in stone. Don't feel as though these readings are going to happen either way, even though you don't want them to. Tarot is a tool used to empower us. I'm all about raising our vibrations here while simultaneously tapping into the deepest truths of ourselves, okay? Let's go on ahead and get straight to this meditation. If you've already chosen a pile, then you can head to the description or comment section for the timestamps to that pile. For those of you that want to participate in this meditation, let me just say, like I always do, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye, not your physical ones, I'll be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I'll be placing crystals for those that like to pick piles with objects on them. If you're drawn to another pile, that's because there's another message for you in that pile. So if you are ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self to reveal the blessings on the way to you. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. And we'll start that meditation right now. Alright, so here on pile 1, we have a clear quartz crystal. On pile 2, citrine. Pile 3, smoky quartz. Pile 4, pyrite. And pile 5, desert rose selenite. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on each pile. All right, hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and beautiful spirit for these messages today. Now let's see what blessings are on your way to you, and I will meet you at your pile. All right, in pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards to see what blessings are coming to you, okay? So this tarot card all the way over here to the left will be showing me the spiritual or intangible blessings that are on their way to you. And this card all the way over here to the right will be showing me the physical blessings on their way to you, okay? So let's go on ahead and start off first with this tarot card all the way over here to the left. And we have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. All right, pile 1. So as far as intangible blessings go, pile 1, there's a lot of inner emotional fulfillment stemming from walking away or removing someone or something from your life. There's a lot of confidence I'm seeing here by you leaving something or someone in your past. And this will bring you a lot of confidence because of the simple fact that some of you were afraid of feeling unlovable, worthless, alone without this person or thing in your life. And the biggest blessing coming here is you realizing that you don't receive your worth or a stamp of approval or an award for living a certain life with certain people in it. But while this person or thing was in your proximity, it was hard for you to realize this. So one major intangible blessing on the way for you, pile one, is feeling better about yourself by no longer being around someone or something anymore. They were leaving you so depleted and in a state of emotional deficiency that this relationship or dynamic or habit became toxic to you. You know how if you've ever experienced a breakup when you first separate, is the hardest time. And it's hard not to go back, because as much as you might know you needed your space or you need to not be with this person anymore, it's also painful not being able to go back to that person for comfort. It's like this back and forth battle of using something that's poisonous or toxic as almost like a topical medication and expecting to get healed from something that is painful or detrimental to you, because it's that quick fix of not having to deal with the immediate pain or setback. So this blessing here is all about you holding out and going through temporary discomfort for lasting healing. And this is going to make you so confident in yourself and feel better about yourself because you walked away and stayed away. It's going to make you feel good to choose you, pile one. That's what I'm really seeing here. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to this card over here to see the material blessings coming to my pile ones. And we have the Fool also in reverse. And I'm sorry, you guys, if you can hear it raining. It's like pouring all of a sudden. You could be taking some sort of local trip or vacation. This might sound weird with quarantine and everything it is that we have going on right now. This is a timeless reading, but depending on what time you're seeing this, at the present time, we are in the middle of quarantine. So I know this might sound really weird, but that's what I'm just picking up. So what I'm saying here is you could be taking some sort of a local trip or a vacation. So this is something where you are out of your normal surroundings, but it's not something that's a very formal sort of trip or vacation either. This is like relaxing, taking a much needed break or rest. This could also be something that you do at home or close to your home. But one material blessing that I'm seeing here is you pampering yourself. But like I said, on your own terms, where it's still comfortable and you don't have to deal with the stress of planning too much or packing too much. The normal stress of planning a trip won't be present here. It'll be a lot more comfortable. And this seems like sort of spur of the moment is what I'm picking up from this Fool in reverse card here. Something that happens because some earlier plans may have gotten canceled. Like for instance, maybe the original plan was traveling abroad, and when those plans fell through, instead on a whim, you decide to go somewhere locally for a couple of days. It's not as exciting as going abroad maybe, but it's way less packing, traveling, and stress as well. Just an example. That was just an example, because it's not necessarily like where it is that you go to vacation. It's more so just like you just need some time off. You need some rest. You need some relaxation, or you need to just enjoy yourself. You know, you need to sort of pamper yourself, something like that, and sort of indulge in you. So, that's what I'm kind of seeing here. Another thing that I'm picking up here, this is what I'm hearing, is an old business deal coming back around for some of you. You may feel like you got overlooked or didn't make a move fast enough, or like someone's no longer interested, but I see that coming back around for you at some point within the next 6 months for many of you. And for a couple of you, this looks like a surprise engagement possibly. Whatever this is, you're so not expecting it or looking forward to this happening because it's not on your radar, but there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you're unaware of because your focus is elsewhere. But there's going to be a friend, family member, a coworker, maybe your partner that suggests, hey, let's go do this. And it's going to be a lot more fun than you think. At first, you're going to be against it, not really sold on it, but afterwards, you're going to be so happy that you went with it because it's the exact refresher that you needed to recenter or realign yourself and get you back on track. But for most of you, this physical blessing is a move, or not a move, I'm sorry, but physically traveling somewhere, as well as, since I said it, a move for some of you. This might actually be a literal move for some of you where you were picking up and moving to a different space, okay, since it accidentally came out. I don't know why. I just saw a white couch. Don't ask me why, but I just saw a random white couch. So for some of you, this could be new furniture as well. Or maybe even renovating your home. That might be what that is, because I'm picking up this like move, but it's not really drastic. So whether this is like a vacation or you moving into a different place, something like that, it's like you're not going far, but it's like things are different. It's like there's fresher energy. So this could very well be maybe you renovating your house, reorganizing your house, moving furniture around, buying new things. There's something where it sort of like kicks up that fresh energy. You know how like when you switch your living room or your bedroom around, it feels almost like a completely different living environment? That's what I'm picking up here. So it's like you are going to be moving, but not very far. So for some of you, like I was saying, this could be a literal move. For others of you, this is buying new objects, new furniture, new decor, new things to furnish your home. For others of you, this is renovating. You just get this kick of fresh energy, and this is something that you've really been needing. This is something that my pile ones have seriously been needing. There's also this beachy, sunny wind in your hair feel to this card that I'm picking up with the Fool here. Like I can hear the waves, smell the ocean, feel the sun. This is going to surprise you for sure, pile one, but a trip, furniture, engagement, surprise vacation, renovation, or a possible move is an entire spectrum of blessings that my pile ones could see quite soon here. That could be in store for you for sure. But yeah, take it as it resonates. Like I said, this is going to be mostly a surprise for very many of my pile ones, like something that you're not kind of expecting, but it's sort of it's kind of like impulsive, but it's really something that you needed to do is what I'm picking up. Like you needed some sort of fresh energy in your life. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that we are seeing, pile one. And so let me just do it like this. So the very first card that we have here is forgiveness. Wow. Then we have here joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Beautiful. And then we have fertility. And it says here, the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. I love that. Okay, so do you guys see all this yellow, sort of orangey color, that vibe that we have going on here? So for sure, this could be alluding to your sacral and solar plexus chakra. I would say more so of your solar plexus energy center, because there's more yellow gold tones here. But for sure, this could be something alluding to your solar plexus chakra. You getting a really big burst of confidence, a really big burst of inner power, a really big burst of identity, something it is that you identify with. So yeah, for sure. Just wanted to mention that starting off. Now, I told you guys that I could feel the sun on my skin, hear the beach waves, smell the ocean, and there's something so enjoyable about it. It just feels so good. It feels like home. Now, that might not be literal for some of you guys, especially if you don't live near a beach. That may have just been a metaphorical message from spirit, because a beautiful beach day is just like my happy place. I've always lived at least within 10 to 20 minutes away from the beach my entire life. So this could have been metaphorical, where spirit was allowing me to feel the energy of your trip. It's something that's so simple, but so refreshing and enjoyable for you. It's exactly what you need. And sometimes spirit will like give me a feeling or an image or a visualization of something, just so I can sort of tap into the frequency of that. And like I said, a beach day is just like my happy place. It's just like, it's so relaxing. And so that could just be the energy, the vibe, the feeling that you're going to get surrounding the surprise, surrounding this blessing, surrounding this trip, or whatever it may be. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to explain that for a second. It's exactly what you need, pile one, and it's going to bring you a lot of joy as well as fertility here. Like I was saying, this is going to recharge your batteries and revitalize your energy so you can get back to the grind or work or your personal life. And then we have here forgiveness. So like I was saying, there's someone you're going to end up walking away from, pile one, and it's going to be so eye-opening and empowering for you. So many of you may have recently made that decision to leave something or someone in the rearview mirror. And if so, you may be at the healing stage now where you are open to forgiving this individual. If not, work on your heart chakra, work on expanding your heart center so you can forgive whatever may have transpired between you and this individual. I know you're tired. Like I said, I saw this person depleting you emotionally, mentally, for some of you financially, even with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. But you forgiving is going to open you up to receive. This is going to melt away any blockages that anger, resentment, or a grudge may have constructed. And forgiveness will open you back up to being able to receive. When the universe blesses us, it is an act of love. In order to claim our blessings and receive love, we have to be open to it. And we cannot be open if we are blocked off with anger or grudges in our heart. It's impossible to be blessed like that. And if we do receive anything in that low vibrational state, we wouldn't even be able to fully realize that a blessing has just walked into our life, or we'd probably sabotage it. So work on that heart chakra if you are still working on forgiving, because once you forgive and open yourself up to unconditional love, you open yourself up to an abundance of blessings, pile one, which is amazingly beautiful here. You're going to open yourself up to fertility. You're going to open yourself up to joy. You're going to open yourself up to new beginnings here with the Fool. You're going to open yourself up to self-worth, self-love, higher self-esteem with this Ace of Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles, anytime we see it in Ace, this is the universe acting on our behalf, sort of intercepting. This is divine interception here anytime we deal with any of the aces. So there's something very big in store for my pile ones. It's going to be a huge surprise, but I feel like forgiveness is the key to really unlocking this major blessing for my pile ones. So in terms of the intangible blessings as well as the physical blessings. So this is really beautiful what I'm seeing for my pile ones, but this is all that I'm seeing for my pile ones in terms of blessings. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now. All right, and pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards. And this card all the way over here to the left will be showing me the intangible or spiritual blessings on their way to you. And these 2 cards all the way over here to the right will be showing me the more so physical, tangible blessings on their way to you. Okay, pile 2. So before we even get started though with your tarot cards, I do want to say for my pile 2s, you've got a female deity or goddess hovering over you. Now she's massive, but she's very calm energy, and I see her with a crown, so she's elevated, but she's right in front of my face, pile 2. So she's face to face with you very, very often. I think she may be trying to get your attention even at the moment. So yeah, let's go on ahead and see if anything else comes up about her and see what it is that your blessings are that are on the way to you, okay? And the very first card that we have here is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the spiritual blessing coming to my pile 2s is a faith, religion, or practice that you can stay committed to, that speaks to you, that feels familiar to you, that makes sense to you, okay? So this is going to feel like reconnecting with an old friend you'd never met before, as strange as that sounds. And if this isn't religion or spirituality, it could be self-help, finally committing to a program or therapy, relationship, rehabilitation, something like that. This could, for some of you, be finally deciding on someone in your life, finally sticking to something that really works for you. This could even be something like changing up your lifestyle, like your diet or your exercise routine, something along those lines, okay? But yeah, for sure, there's an establishment of commitment that I'm seeing here, whether this is self-help, a diet, a relationship, a partner, a project, idea, a job. This is you finally deciding once and for all and not budging on it, but charging right ahead. The good thing with this intangible blessing is your life will feel like it's finally moving again, almost instantaneously. The second you decide this one or that one, it will feel immediately like the ball has started to roll again. And this is really important as well as powerful for you, because you're going to start to see other areas of your life sort of fall into place or develop more structure. As well as there's communication, okay? Very strong communication, trying to come in from a spiritual entity, pile 2. I'm not sure if you've been trying to not hear a message, or if you've been trying to deny contact, but there's a guide or ancestor to me, and she looked like a female goddess or deity that was high ranking, but there's some strong attempts at communication coming through. So if you're planning on launching something, setting up a business, this is coming through so heavy right now. Starting a project, collaborating with someone, signing a deal, or starting something. She is saying to connect with her. This female deity, this female energy is saying to connect with her. Allow her in so she can contact you and guide you through this. So I don't know exactly what this is, pile 2, but a very big part of your life is getting ready to start. This is like the next chapter for you, and it's a big deal, and she's trying to be there for you so she can serve as an ally, as support to help you move through this. Whatever this transitional period may be, she really wants to help you sort of move through this. She wants to help sort of direct you through this for sure. Okay, let's go on ahead and check out these 2 cards over here to see the material blessings on their way to you, pile 2. And we have here the Empress in reverse. Okay. And the 9 of Swords also in reverse. Okay, here she is. Here she is. She's in the Empress right here. I saw her, and here she is in the Empress. So as you can see, the Empress is wearing a crown. And the Empress in the Major Arcana of Tarot, she's the queen of the queens. So, but for sure, this is her again saying, let me in, pick up the phone. I'm trying to tell you something or help you out with something. But one material blessing that I'm seeing, pile 2, is a female presence energy. Could be a friend that's coming in to help you. This could be a man with a strong feminine presence as well. But for most of you, this looks like a woman coming in, meeting a woman that can help you somehow in business, I'm hearing for some of you as well. Another physical blessing is your attraction. You're just going to be more attractive physically when it comes to business, when it comes to blessings, when it comes to love. But there's something here about your appearance changing, and this may have been something that you wanted to work on or change for a long time with this 9 of Swords here. This is someone that was unhappy and unable to accept something that they did not like. This is taking or getting something under control so you can feel more attractive. This could be your eating habits or staying committed to an exercise routine, and you're finally starting to see results after second guessing your progress. There is something here that was difficult for you to believe in or trust or have faith in because it wasn't showing physical results. Well, you're about to see a lot of these physical manifestations coming in, stemming from your work and dedication with this Knight of Wands here, pile 2. Some of you that are struggling with your appearance, that's about to change for you. Your anxiety is going to completely fall away because you're going to start seeing results as well as your manifestations, whatever you asked for around maybe 3 months ago, 3 moon cycles ago, something with 3, maybe even 3 years ago. You started working on something 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 3 days ago, something with 3 in it. Maybe 3 moon cycles ago. This may have been an intention that you set during a new or a full moon, but you're going to start seeing, to see that come in. So don't lose your faith, pile 2, because it's being tested right now, and just know that it's coming. More than anything, just know that it's coming, okay? I'm trying to see if I'm seeing anything else here. You guys give me a second. If you work with herbs, okay, because of the Empress here, the green is really standing out around her. So if you work with herbs, that is going to be very, very useful for you in terms of manifestation. Maybe getting some plants in your house, some succulents, something around you that's green. You need to put something around you that's green, maybe green crystals, green candles, flowers, herbs, something that's green, maybe even consuming more greens. But there's something here about green being like almost like your power color. I know like that might sound weird, but a lot of people have like power numbers. They've got like power animals. You can also have power colors, and there's something about green being your power color, pile 2. So especially if you were trying to bring in love, because green resonates with the heart chakra, or if you're trying to bring in money, if you're trying to bring in abundance, if you're trying to bring in prosperity, if you're trying to bring in some sort of success, working with the color green is your power color, okay? It's like a little secret weapon for you. Pile 2. There's even something here about a house, especially if you've been dreaming about a house. The Empress, she just keeps saying to me that there's something about a house. So I don't know if maybe you're looking into a house, buying property, if you want to buy property, if you're starting to look into a home, if you're starting to look into buying land, if you're building a house. There's something here about a house having enough yard space, a backyard, something like that. If that is the case, if that is something that you were looking into, I know that's a really specific message, but if that is something that you're looking into, just know that the universe hears you, and just know that the universe is working with you. They're collaborating with you on that to make sure that you find the perfect property or the perfect home, the perfect location for you, your loved ones, your family, whatever the case may be. But there's definitely something here about a house that the Empress is saying. Could as well be, you know, an apartment or something like that too. Let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards to see what we've got going on now. And we have here, the very first card is Imagination, and it says, imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Beautiful. Then we'll do these ones next. Why not? We'll do this one next. And it says here, look at that, pile 2. Potential. Potential. Wow. The next two that we have is consciousness, and it says the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. And then this says here, look at that. What was I telling you guys? Green. Green is your power color. Look at what came up. The heart chakra. Wow. Okay, it says the frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. As well as you guys, you may have a lot of Taurus in your chart, or maybe Libra in your chart, or maybe that house or that sign is occupied by a couple of planets. You may have some aspects going on with that house that could even be like an intercepted house or an intercepted sign. You could have some intercepted planets in that house, dealing with the second house, the sign of Taurus, or the seventh house, or the sign of Libra. So there's something here, pile 2, that I want to say about your heart chakra and your consciousness. So it's like your heart chakra and your third eye chakra. Visualization is a really big, powerful tool for my pile 2s. And oh shit, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just now realizing I forgot we have the imagination card here. Okay, imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Okay, so yeah, imagination for sure. This settles everything, because what I was just picking up, I was just really staring at this heart chakra and this consciousness card, and they were really speaking to me and saying that your visualizations, pile 2, are extremely powerful when you connect them to your emotions. So when you are able to feel your visualizations, not just see them, but also feel them. So like, let's just say that you're trying to manifest love, right? So instead of you just visualizing the person that you want to be with, or visualizing what your life would look like with this person, you need to also feel what it would be like to be with this person. That is a huge tool for you when it comes to manifesting. Like I was saying, green is your power color, and the heart chakra as well. So, and plus 2, the consciousness, what I'm picking up with this consciousness card is your third eye chakra is extremely activated. Then we have the imagination card and the potential card here. So this is all about what it is that you're able to conjure up in your mind's eye. We also have the Knight of Wands here. So you are, and plus the Empress. The Empress is saying you're very attractive, you're very fertile when you combine. Let me wait for this plane to pass, you guys, because I want to get this out. When you combine your heart chakra and your third eye, it makes you extremely attractive to the universe. This is when the universe starts throwing your manifestations, your dreams, your goals, the things that you've been asking for at you. That's when it starts throwing these things at you. There's a lot of potential here, a lot of untapped potential as well. So one of the major blessings that is coming to my pile 2s is you really being able to sort of tweak the way it is that you manifest. You being able to sort of go in there and say, you know what, let me also pull with my heart chakra, let me also pull with my third eye, visualizing things like that, especially if you have something like a vision board. This is going to be very, very powerful for my pile 2s. But like I was saying, you have a lot of untapped potential. The Knight of Wands is also here saying that. The Empress in reverse is also here saying that you have a lot of untapped potential, but it is potential that lives within you. It lives in your mind's eye. It lives in your psyche. It lives in your third eye. And it is all about being able to draw that information down, draw that idea down into your heart chakra where you can feel it. So for sure, what I'm picking up here with my pile 2s, if there is anything that you're trying to manifest, imagination, visualization is going to be really, really powerful for you. If there is something that you feel is almost impossible for you to achieve or is very far away from you. Potential. Realize how much potential you have. This potential card is saying you can do this. It's all about having your heart and mind aligned, pile 2. That is the most important thing for you. That is your secret weapon. It's your secret key, is having your heart and mind aligned. At that point, you're able to achieve very, very impossible things. You're able to pull off miracles, but it's just a matter of figuring out how to sort of work your ideas down from your imagination into your hands. That the way you are actually manually, handcrafting this dream of yours. But it's really all about pulling down that visualization from your mind and putting it into your hands, putting your work into it. Okay. So for sure. Yeah. One of your biggest blessings here is a lot of things that you've been dreaming for, asking about, coming to fruition. Like I was saying, for some of you, this was maybe an intention that you set 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 3 days ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. But it's coming into fruition for sure. The universe was listening. As you can see, there's like space up here behind this mountain in this potential card. And it's like the universe is saying, hey, we're listening. And they're really trying to pull all this off for you. They're making all this happen for you. But yeah, for sure, there's something that you envisioned, you visualized, you imagined, you see, or you can feel a certain potential in yourself, and you're trying to fill that up. You're trying to really stand in that. You're trying to step into your own potential, and that is what is going to bring your manifestations into form for sure. This is really amazing though for my pile 2s. I mean, I'm seeing a lot in terms of what you guys can really make happen, and there's literally nothing is impossible. This is what this potential card is saying to you guys for my pile 2s. There we go. That's the perfect way to word it. Nothing is impossible. The universe wants you to believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. It wants you to believe in yourself. This might be why I saw that female deity, because she's trying to fill you up with enough sort of like belief or faith in yourself, where it's like you realize your own potential. Once you realize your own potential, nothing's really stopping you, pile 2. So this is really amazing here, because this female deity, she's really trying to connect you to your own potential. She's trying to connect you to your own abilities, which is this is really massive. It's like the universe, it's like spirit literally sent this female deity to you to sort of show you what it is that you're capable of doing, which is beautiful. But yes, this is all that I'm seeing for my pile 2s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now. All right, and pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards. And this tarot card all the way over here to the left will be showing me the intangible spiritual blessings on their way to you. This card all the way over here to the right will be showing me the physical tangible blessings on their way to you. Okay, pile 3. Now, before getting to your tarot cards even, I want to ask a question for my pile 3s. Do you ever get pressure around your temples? Because I'm definitely feeling it right now. I think that might be a sign that one of your guides, angels, or ancestors have stepped into your auric field. And yeah, it's a lot of pressure on the left side of my temple. So if you've been working on your health, exercise, dieting, researching, your guide wants to bring attention to that and to say keep going. For some of you, there's something happening with the stomach or possibly even digestive system. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look, because that was more so like the health that kind of I picked up here. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what else is going on. All right, so we have here the Star in reverse. Okay, so pile 3, I just want to start off by saying meditate a little more, pile 3, if it's not a part of your daily routine already. Develop some sort of maybe spiritual practice or a ritual even that you do maybe weekly or twice a month. Something where it's just your time between you and spirit and the universe, even if it's only 10 minutes. So the star here, she's naked, and this is the first sign of vulnerability, humility, awareness. That's the first thing Adam and Eve realized was, oh my God, we have no clothes on, after they ate from the the, the apple, the fruit of knowledge, the tree of knowledge, right? And so it's a powerful statement in depictions and art. But the one blessing that I'm seeing here, pile 3, is being connected, feeling connected, tapping into your spiritual body's rhythm and flowing. There's the most beautiful dancer flow that your spirit wants to tap into. So there's a connection between your higher self right now. And the spiritual blessing coming into your life, pile 3, is protection, psychic, spiritual, mental, physical, emotional protection, all around 360-degree protection. The star, like I mentioned earlier, she is very, 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 very vulnerable. When you are vulnerable, you are open, a bit defenseless in a way. So you may be in the process of moving on, rebuilding, starting over, healing, forgiving, soul searching. And if you are, then the star card is here to say you're being heavily protected right now, pile 3, and almost encapsulated from everyone else so you can heal or focus solely on you and your journey. Some of you may feel alone, or like certain people aren't reaching out to you right now, or like there's people that don't understand you or aren't checking on you enough or making enough of an effort. This is because Spirit is saying you need time and space to replenish your own cup, to come back to who it is that you are. When there's others around, even if we aren't easily influenced, they pull or drag or exchange with our own energy. Anytime we are around anyone or anything else, we are giving some of our own energy away. So there's a reinforced light field around you that's keeping others out of your life right now, so you can just focus on you and what you need. But don't take it personally, pile 3, if you haven't heard from certain people. Don't feel as though you've been forgotten. This is a part of Spirit's plan to separate you for a little bit. That the way you can focus on your own energy. Some of you as well, you may be an Aquarius because the star resonates with the zodiac sign Aquarius. I'm picking up mostly air signs, water signs here. So, and doesn't have to be sun, moon, rising. It could be really any part of your chart that may dominate. Other parts are, it may be a lot of energy or maybe a lot of action going on in either the air signs or the water signs in your chart. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, so you may have a lot going on in either of those houses. That would be the 11th, 7th, 3rd house, as well as the 4th, 8th, and 12th houses. Okay, just wanted to kind of put that out there just in case you do know your chart. That doesn't have to be the case in order for this message to apply to you, but it's just what I'm picking up, and I like to put that out there just in case maybe it helps a few of you with this message a little bit more. Okay, so like I was saying, pile 3, do not take it personally if you have not heard from certain people. There's been a lot of projecting onto you, pile 3, that I feel like you've experienced lately, possibly even like your entire life. Very many of my pile 3s you've been a part of a lot of projection, people projecting onto you, people gaslighting you, even people telling you, no, this is how you feel, people trying to tell you how it is that you feel, people trying to manipulate your feelings, people trying to warp them, people trying to almost disorient you with your own feelings, and maybe possibly even you projecting onto others. And at one point, it's almost like some of my pile 3s couldn't tell your own energy apart from other people's energy. It was hard to know if you felt a certain way or if it was others feeling a certain way. Your energy had become entangled with your outside environment is what I'm seeing. Almost like a braid or something, like when you're braiding hair and you kind of like wrap the strands around each other. That's what I'm saying with your energy. It's like your energy sort of got a little entangled with this external energy that's around you. Sexually, some of you may even be abstinent, choosing to be celibate. This is you really connecting back to your own body. I'm seeing you really connecting back to your own body, listening to your body, really feeling your body, trying to get back to a place where it's like just you and you only. But after a while, you may start to wonder, like, why doesn't anyone miss me? Or why isn't anyone coming around enough? Or why isn't anyone, asking me what's going on in my life or something like that? It's not you. It's actually the universe trying to keep people away right now. It's actually the universe preoccupying the people in your life, that the way they're actually not bothering you, that the way they're actually giving you some space and time to do what it is that you need to do to heal, to rebuild, to reconstruct, to reform, to reprioritize, if that's even a word. So, there's a lot of claiming your own body, claiming you that's happening here. And it's a really powerful statement that you're making. And you're going to notice it when other people come back into your life. When you start sort of socializing again, when you get back around these people, you're going to really be able to tell how much of a transition that you have made once you are around these people again. That's when you're going to be able to see it. Right now, it might not feel like you have made much headway or much leadway in terms of your own in terms of your own spiritual journey, whether this is just self-help or like an actual spiritual journey. You may not feel like you've made it very far. You may be comparing yourself to others a lot as well. You may be making a lot of comparisons, and that can also be a very dangerous thing, especially to our mental health. But the thing is here is that you not being around these people is going to give you the comfortable space, the safe space that you need to be you, to find your own thing, to do your own thing, to really envelop yourself in that the way when those people do come back into your circle, back into your frame, you're not feeling less than, you're not feeling intimidated, you're not feeling like you have to conform, you're going to have a more solid footing when you are around these people. You're going to have a much stronger presence when you are around these people. The star has a very strong presence in the tarot. That's why she's called the star. That's why the star in the middle, in the center of all these other stars, is shining the brightest, because she has a very strong presence. And so this is the thing. By the time that you are done doing this whole self-reflection, this journey, this internal journey sort of thing, you're going to have a very strong presence to the point to where when other people come back into your life and, maybe they make their little remarks or they make their little gestures, whatever the case, or little jokes, it's not going to affect you. You're going to feel so sure of yourself. You're going to feel so good and at peace and at home within yourself. You're going to love the skin that you're in. You're going to love the strong presence about you that it's not going to affect you. It's not going to bother you in the way that maybe it used to, something like that. So yeah, this is really just about you sort of getting to yourself, getting alone. That the way you can replenish your own cup. For sure. Let's go ahead and check out this card here and see what we got going on. And we have here the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Pile 3, job, career, profession, big changes for some of you. That's one of the big material blessings coming to my pile 3s. Some of you may be even adding onto your home or property, like expanding or renovating. You might be moving into a bigger apartment, buying a bigger house. But there's a pretty big investment happening here. And some of you are waiting to see how this is going to pan out. But this is a big investment and it is worth it, pile 3. This is why you need to be separated or alone right now, because this investment you may end up making is going to need your 100% focus and dedication. This could be the stock market some of you are entering into. Whatever you invest is going to give back to you, maybe not immediately, but it's going to end up paying for itself. As well as a car. I keep seeing like a white car pop up. So this could also be the purchasing of like a car, fixing your car up, as well as starting a business. This is the thing that I'm picking up with the Seven of Pentacles here, is that pile 3. For some of you, it might feel like a risk to go out and do your own thing. Like the star card here is suggesting. The star card here is suggesting you go out and you do your own thing. I feel like I need to say this. Okay, for those of you that are starting your own sort of enterprise, a business, a brand, image, creating content, want to be an influencer, whatever it may be. For some of you, you are really interested in that line of work, but you're really worried about the risk that comes with it. You're really worried about the risk that comes with it. The star, she happens directly after the Tower card, because there was something that happened and her tower came crashing down, and this is why she's left naked and vulnerable, right? So some of you are a little bit afraid of being left naked and vulnerable, being left where it's like I have to pick the pieces back up again. Some of you are really worried about the risk not paying off. But the thing is here, pile 3, is that it's a risk either which way. It's a risk if you decide to work for someone else. It's a risk because, you're building up someone else's dream. And if something happens to this other company that you work at, or a company that's already founded and together and things like that, you don't have to worry about the overhead, you don't have to worry about the upkeep, you don't have to worry about maintenance, you don't have to worry about managing people, things like that. And this is why very many of us were sort of drawn to sort of just getting a job and working for someone else, because there's not a lot of risk involved. As long as we show up to our job every single day, we know we're going to get paid, we know we're going to get our salary, we know we're going to get our benefits and our insurance and things like that. But the thing is that there's also a risk in that as well, because if something happens with that company, they could lay people off, they could close down certain departments, something like that. And then it's kind of like back to square one. back to square one, like the star here. That's what many of my pile threes I feel that you are afraid of or worried about or anxious of, is having to start back over, having to pick up the pieces all over again. But the thing is that even you starting your own thing, that's a risk just as much as it is working for someone else and already having your life figured out. That's just as much of a risk as well. So don't think that you can sort of avoid the risk here, pile three. Just do what it is that really feels right to you, because you do have a very strong presence. You do have a very strong aura. You have a very strong presence that I think is probably meant to be shared in a public arena. And if that is the case, don't be worried about the risks it is that you are taking, okay? Because like I said, there's risks either way. And that's one of the things that makes entrepreneurship a little bit of a turnoff for very many people, because like a lot of people think, well, I can take off when I want, I can work when I want. It's like, no, when you're an entrepreneur, you're working probably a good 85% harder than someone else that is working for someone else. It is tough shit when you're starting your own thing. And so, because you, like I was saying, you have to worry about the overhead. You're spending a lot of money to stay afloat. You're having to worry about managing a team, bringing in a team, keeping things organized. You have to double and triple check after everything, because it's all up to you. You have to make sure that you are making good business decisions. That the way your team can put food on their table for themselves and their family. There's a lot to worry about. There's a lot to think about. And I feel like a lot of you are contemplating, thinking about all maybe like the overhead, maybe thinking of all the things it is that you have to do. You're kind of weighing your options here. You're making comparisons. I mentioned that in the star card, that you're making comparisons. So this might not be a comparison that you're making between yourself and other people. You might be making comparisons between, if I want to go my own route and do my own thing and start from the ground up, or do I want to sort of go the safer route and go a sort of route that's already been sort of predetermined for me, working for someone else, where I already know the salary I'm going to get, I already know the money I'm going to make, I can already have my life planned out. So that the way, all I have to do is worry about landing this job. But once I land this job, my life is going to be back on track within like a month or so, So some of you may be sort of comparing these options here. And I just want to say, like, whatever it is that you do, make sure that you're really going to be happy with it, because you investing in yourself is really going to pay off in the long run, pile three. You investing in yourself is going to pay off big time in the long run. That is making an investment. When you decide to go into business for yourself, to work for yourself, you're making an investment in yourself. You might not see a return on that investment as quickly as you would as if you were working for someone else, but you're going to see an even bigger return on investment if you set yourself up, do it on your own, do it the right way, and sort of allow the time it takes to sort of develop something. Allow yourself to be patient. Allow yourself to be patient with the process, because it will end up happening for sure. The biggest material blessings for my pile three is if you invest in yourself, it's going to change your entire life. It's just a matter of waiting for that harvest to come in. Let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards, pile three, see what else it is that we're seeing. Okay, and let's start with this card. So the card that we have here is, look at that, inspiration. And it says here, Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Okay. I've got so much to say about this card already. All right, this next card here, it says delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Wow, okay. Then we have here thriving. Look at that. This is a beautiful card too. Oh my God. I want to hold this up as close as possible so you guys can get a nice big gulp of this card in, because it's so gorgeous. And then the final card, transformation. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. Do you see that? Like I was saying, if you decide to invest in yourself, pile three, it's going to change your entire life. It's going to change your entire life. Transformation, thriving. It's going to change everything. Inspiration. The thing that I'm picking up this inspiration card here is many of my pile threes, you guys may have been inspired recently, especially due to this quarantine. If you've been off because you're not an essential worker or something like that, you may have recently been inspired. Like, you know what? I think I can do this. And if you've been feeling like that recently, then this is your message here today to tell you, yeah, go for it. Invest in yourself. Go for it. Invest in yourself. it will work out. It's just a matter of being patient and being patient with the process, allowing the process to unfold naturally and as it will, because it is a step by step. It's a when you are starting your own thing, it's a relationship of like up and down, up and down. Some days it's great days, some months it's great months, other months it's like, damn, what happened? But it's all about riding that wave until you get it nice and consistent. But there's a huge transformation that's going to happen should you invest in yourself, pile 3, for sure. As well as, like I was saying in the very beginning of your reading here, is to meditate a little bit more if it's not a part of your daily routine already. There's some sort of spiritual practice that you may want to sort of bring into your routine here. And if you do start spending a little bit more time meditating, things like that, it's also really going to help guide you, because very many of my pile 3s, you're a little bit worried about stepping out on your own because of the simple fact that it's like, I don't know what's the next step to take. I don't know what's the right move to make. The thing is you are going to be intuitively guided. Yes, our intuition can guide us along the way, even in business. I know a lot of people think that the intuition, it only helps out with spiritual things. No, your intuition will also help you out with business deals, with business moves. I mean, so many people have used their intuition to set themselves up to make themselves successful. Most people that are successful, it's because they have a very strong sense of intuition, and they've learned how to trust it. They've learned how to decode it. They've learned how to work with it. So your intuition is here saying, hey, if you rely on me a little bit more, if you collaborate with me a little bit more, I'm going to help guide you. That the way you're not anxious or feeling pressured about making the right moves, making the right choices. And like I was also saying as well with this transformation card here, is that earlier I mentioned how you guys may be in the process of rebuilding, reconstructing something, starting over, transformation, thriving, you guys. Like this is going to be a really big deal for my pile 3. Should you choose to invest in yourself, it's going to change everything. It really is. It's just a matter of trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, because your intuition is going to send you your intuition is going to send you constant inspiration. It's going to constantly fill you up with inspiration and delight. You're going to feel like you're thriving. You're going to feel like you're thriving, even though you're working. You're going to be working, but you won't be bored with it. You're going to be inspired. Okay, this is all inspired right here, but you have to allow yourself to trust yourself when it comes to your intuition. And that might be one of the main blockages for my pile 3s, is being unsure of your intuition. But for sure, one of the biggest blessings coming here is you being able to trust your intuition, you being so inspired that you're like, you know what, I'm right. Let me just try to trust my intuition and see what happens. And I promise you, it's going to shock you. It's going to turn your life all the way around. Pile 3, which is beautiful. I'm really excited for you guys, but this is all that I'm saying for my pile 3s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now. All right, and pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards. And this tarot card all the way over here to the left will be showing me the intangible or spiritual blessings on their way to you. And this card all the way over here to the right will be showing me the physical, tangible blessings on their way to you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. And this very first tarot card that we have here is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, sorry if it's hard for you guys to see this card. I love these cards, but they have such a glare, and that's why I don't use them as much. But yeah, I'm sorry you guys if you can't really see it. 8 of Pentacles, pile 4. So there's an opportunity coming back to you, pile 4. This has to do with something that may have been a hobby, a passion, a skill, something that you really love to do, but you could not see the monetary benefit in doing something like this full time. Well, there's an opportunity coming up for many of my pile 4s where you are introduced to a way to turn your passion or skill or whatever it may be into a profitable living. I'm also seeing time. Opportunity is a huge blessing coming to my pile 4s, because it seems like whatever your passion may be, that you never really had the opportunity to go after it full time. You didn't have the freedom to focus on this hobby and to put the time in that's needed to generate some sort of business or revenue stream from it. So I'm seeing a major blessing for many of my pile 4s is you having more time or energy or resources to dive into this full time. Now, this is a timeless reading. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this, but currently we're in the middle of quarantine. So if this quarantine has stop your normal work, then this is that opportunity for you to take the time and space needed to get serious about this passion. Another blessing I'm seeing pile 4 is you getting hammered with synchronicities and signs that are trying to point you in the right direction of this hobby, skill, or passion. It's like you are having dreams about it, or you see it when you're driving, or hear about it in music or in random conversations that people are having. It's just like you just keep running into the same signs and synchronicities that's sort of pointing to whatever this may be here. So like whatever this passion is, it sort of like keeps throwing itself at you because it wants you to take the bait. Your passion wants you to take this risk on it because there's so much abundance here for you to collect, pile 4. There's a lot of abundance here for you to collect, as well as for some of you, I'm already saying this, I know this was supposed to be your spiritual intangible blessings, but this could be a job opportunity coming, a new job, a switch up, a change of positions, a change of career, or your field of work, something like that. As well as another intangible blessing that I'm seeing for my pile 4s is you finally starting to make contact or more contact with your spirit guides. So this is like your dreams getting more vivid, or you are more able to sort of control your dreams, like lucid dreaming. So this could be like lucid dreaming becoming more and more vivid. This could be out of body experiences. This could be you coming into like direct communication with some sort of entity or a being that like gives you a very clear message. This is your communication with the spiritual realm getting clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer, especially because my pile 4s, you guys keep sort of working away almost tirelessly at trying to establish this deeper connection, this deeper relationship to yourself or to the spirit realm. Anytime we deepen the connection to ourself, we deepen the connection to the spirit realm. Anytime we deepen our connection to the spirit realm, we deepen the connection to ourself. So there's something here that you've been doing for a while, or for some of you, it could be something that you just recently started, but your communication with spirit is going to get clearer, 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 stronger, stronger, stronger. And it might even sort of increase in terms of like frequency. It may start to come through a lot. As well as this card here, this card being here could be saying that your field of work has to do with the spiritual community, doing something within spirituality, or something in terms of self-help. It could as well be something like motivational speaking. It could as well be something like activism, you know. This is not the only spiritual job people can do is tarot readings and astrology. There is a plethora of ways that you can give back to humanity. And anytime we give back to humanity, because we are our brother's keeper, even though we don't like to be, you know, to sort of be connected to others in that way. But we are a brother's keeper. And anytime we help out other humans, whether we know them or not, whether we're blood related to them or not, that is us helping the spiritual realm. That is us spiritually helping others. That is us investing into our own spirit. So anytime you are helping others, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be in a field of like cosmetology. You know, you could be doing hair, doing makeup. There's so many other ways to spiritually help people, to spiritually connect people to themselves or to some higher being. There's so many ways to do it. And that's one thing that came through in a recent reading, a recent pick a card of mine. And I never looked at it that way. But when I downloaded that message, I was like, wow, you know, like that's actually a really good point to make, because I think that a lot of people think that in order for them to give back spiritually, especially when you have spiritual gifts, you think that your job has to be something like this or something like astrology. And it might not be your passion, but it's sort of like, you know, we get very stuck in these archetypes where it's like, oh, you know, I'm a spiritual person, so I should be, you know, I should always have sage on me and be like reading the stars. No, it doesn't have to be that. You could work in cosmetology, you could work with makeup, you could work with hair, you could work with anything, you know, and like you can still be giving back spiritually. Okay, so you don't have to be just involved in this one community in order to be giving back spiritually, in order for you to be following your North Node, in order for you to be fulfilling your purpose. It doesn't just have to be this, you know? But yeah, for sure, this connection to spirit is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Your ability to fluently understand the language of spirit, the language of the creator, the language of the most high, the language of the spiritual realm is going to get clearer and clearer and clearer. You're going to get more and more fluent in their language, because I consider it to be a language. Anytime that we are dealing with spirit, when we go to sleep and dream, that is a language that we are slowly learning to decode. And one thing that I always tell people when they're trying to interpret their dreams is, how did you feel? How did you feel? Yeah, you may have saw something really creepy like a snake or something in your dreams, but it may have brought you a sense of peace. How did you feel? It's our feelings that really sort of interprets or translates whatever it is that spirit is trying to say. It's how we feel. It's that heart center that translates the language of spirit. Okay, so for sure you're gonna get even more and more and more and more fluent in this communication here with spirit. Okay, let's go ahead and check out this card here, and we have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Okay. So this is ideas, but not just any ideas, pile 4. These are ideas, goals, plans that are going to generate a lot of direction, clarity, and purpose for you. This is because those ideas are extremely valuable. They are able to produce business, clientele, or other business prospects and opportunities for you. These ideas will put you in the right place at the right time, in the right rooms with the right people. This is something you can and will develop off of, and that's what's going to provide a lot of direction and purpose for you. One thing I feel I need to say to my pile 4s is don't get too caught up in the future if your job, career, business, or passion. Okay, don't get caught up in how you see this playing out in the future, because your business is really going to expand and evolve, and eventually you'll try out things that you didn't really consider in the early stages. Okay, so for instance, let's say you love to do hair, pile 4. It won't stop at you just being a hairdresser, but it will expand into something like maybe owning a hair salon, or starting a beauty school, or branching out into also providing hair care, or creating products, creating a line of hair care products. It could really just start to evolve into other things for you. Like your passion is meant to expand beyond itself, if that makes any sense. As far as the physical aspect of these blessings, I see a person or maybe an entire team coming in to assist my pile 4s, and it's a team that you can really trust. They have your best interests, because this is also a fulfilling project, passion, or job for them, and they are inspired by what it is that you do. For some of you, this is a business partners. For others, this is a team of at least 3 people, at least 3 other people working for you. There's also recognition here. Okay, another physical blessing is recognition here, major recognition, like winning awards or being very noticed in your industry or field. And I'm sorry if you weren't thinking about your career or passion when you came to this reading in terms of like what blessings to look forward to, but that's what's really coming up here in this pile. So yeah, recognition, awards, a lot of clientele, or people interested in what it is that you do. Do you see how these leaves are blowing towards the sword here? That's your business or customers or clients being blown your way. You see, let me just hold this up for a second. You see these little leaves right here? You see the leaves, and then there's this cloud that almost looks, it's almost looking like an arm connected to this hand that's holding the sword, right? So this cloud to me is representative of spirit's arm. So this is spirit. Spirit is the wind that is blowing these people, blowing this business, blowing these clients, blowing this recognition towards you, blowing this success towards you, pile 4. Do you see this? Am I the only one that's seeing this? Okay, this is like a really, really, really big thing here. This is, like I was saying, business or customers or clients being blown your way by the winds of the universe, coming right to you for your expertise and unique approach to your craft, whatever it may be. It's like there's only one of you, right? So you're going to be at the top of this food chain because there's only one of you. It's almost like a little bit like, what's it called? Like a monopoly, like when you're the only one that provides a certain good or service, something like that. Yeah, I think it's referred to as a monopoly. I really don't know. That's a shame knowing that I went to business school, but anyways. So yeah, this is going to be something that only you can provide or only you can fulfill in the right way, in the way that people want it done. So you're going to be at the top of this food chain, or maybe you create something that no one has ever done before, or you could be in a very well-known industry, but your way of delivering or doing what you do is extremely different from the rest, and it's going to really set you apart. And this is why you'll have so many people coming to you, because they can only get what it is that you are serving from you. Okay, so this is a really, really, really good pile for my pile 4s. I'm excited. Every pile's been a really good pile. These are just the fun readings to do. And we're talking about like the blessings and the fun things coming your way. These are just the fun piles to do, the fun readings. Okay, so let's go on ahead and start off with your oracle cards. And we have here courage. Look at that. Look at that. Courage, pile 4. It looks a lot like this Ace of Swords right here. Then we have here fertility. And it says, let all take root, seed and sprout, let new life be. All about, oh my God, what was I saying? The universe is blowing in, the winds of the universe is blowing in so much life, recognition, business to you, fertility. Exactly. And you are the one that did it. You're the one that created the space and opportunity for the universe to be able to bless you like this. The universe, we never receive, anytime we're dealing with the aces, right? We never receive divine intervention, because anytime we deal with the aces, this is like divine intervention. Like I said, there's a random hand sticking out of the clouds, you know, with a sword in it. So this is to say it's divine intervention anytime we deal with any of the four aces. But the thing is that the divine does not intervene unless we have given space, opportunity, and allowance, permission to spirit and the universe to act on our behalf, to come in and do something for us. So this is something that you have created, pile 4. This is something that you have created. You're not just getting these blessings because you manifested them. No, you also put in hard work. You know, we can't just manifest without doing hard work. We have to create space, time, and opportunity, and you have. And then the final card that we have, look at this, you guys. What was I talking about? What was I talking about this whole reading? Your passions. This is you. This is you finally having time to go after your passion. And we have the passion card here. It says the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. And we also have kind of like some red, orange going on here. So this could be the root chakra as well as the sacral chakra, okay? But for sure, with your passion, I was talking about, this is a passion of yours. There's something here where it's like maybe you didn't have the time before to focus on your passions. Maybe you didn't have the opportunities before to focus on these things. But now it's like you have the time and the energy and the resources to dive into your passion full time. And because of that, a lot of fertility is coming to you. A lot of abundance is coming to you. And courage here is saying, have courage and really step out. Really step out with your passion. Really step out and do what it is that you want to do. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog in the back. He's like playing with one of his toys. He's the only child, so he only has himself and his toys to play with. So yeah, you might hear little squeaks in the back, but yeah, anyways, so passion, for sure. You're tapping into your passion, and you tapping into your passion is bringing a lot of fertility, as well as this courage card is telling me to have courage when it comes to your dreams, to really step out with them, step out with the same inspiration, the same feeling that the aces brings us in tarot. The aces brings us in tarot. It's like this flame that gets ignited, right? You need to step out with that sort of ignition, with that sort of ignited flame. You need to step out with that and keep that with you along your journey. When it comes to your business, when it comes to your passions, keep that same passion, keep that same energy, because what it's going to do is it's really going to open up the floodgates for you. It's going to open up a lot of blessings for you. It's going to open up so much fertility because you are still carrying along this passion with you. So even if it's work and labor, you know that saying that it's like, if you work a job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, you know, me personally, I've always kind of looked at that saying a little cockeyed, because it's like, well, you still have to work. You know, work is work at the end of the day. Work is still work. There's still going to be things that happen that's stressful, whatever the case. But if you carry your passion with you, those challenges and obstacles don't seem so bad. You're not so quick to give up because it's like, I have a purpose here. And that's kind of like one of the sayings that I've said ever since I started this channel, was that a being without purpose cannot withstand the trials of life. A being that has no purpose, a being that has no passion, cannot withstand the obstacles that comes with them pursuing a certain dream. So when we're pursuing a dream, we have to be filled with passion in order to power through those obstacles. That's exactly what's happening here. Courage, pile 4. Courage. Keep that courage, keep that passion. Your passion is your courage. Your passion is your Ace of Swords. Your passion is your protection, for sure. Okay, and that's what's going to protect you when you're running into certain challenges and obstacles. But at the end of the day, there's so much is being blown into your direction that this is a really amazing opportunity to really take and sort of capitalize off of and sort of develop or build off of, okay? Because fertility, you're very fertile in this right now, pile 4, okay? But yes, this is all that I'm seeing for my pile 4. Is really exciting reading. I'm so excited for you guys. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now. All right, and pile number 5, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards before getting to your oracle cards here. And this tarot card all the way over here to the left, I'm sorry guys, I lost my train of thought for a second, but this tarot card all the way over here to the left will be showing me the intangible or spiritual blessings on their way to you, and this card all the way over here to the right will be showing me the physical, tangible blessings also on their way to you, okay? So let's go on ahead and get started with this card here, and we have the World card in reverse, okay? All right, pile 5. So there's a really major realization here for my pile 5s. It's the end of so much anxiety for many of you guys because there's a radical wave of acceptance coming to you. The acceptance here is realizing I'm not meant to be fully satisfied or satiated or happy or fulfilled. There's an understanding of ebb and flow, rhythm, valleys and peaks. There's a major understanding of emotions being temporary. This is such an awakening. I don't even know how to word this, but this will change everything for you, pile 5. Because of the simple fact that you're going to stop stressing about not feeling happy all the time or zen or peaceful all the time. You're going to drop the shame of getting upset or angry or frustrated with life and others and instead see it as this is a journey and life is not static, but it's fluid. It's like you're going to accept change and release the need to control, release the need to always be in a state of bliss or comfort or familiarity. This just seems like a lot of maturation for many of my pile 5s because you're going to start seeing the frustrating moments and inconveniences as a chance to rise above, or you'll simply see it as this will pass. These changes won't rock your world like they used to or like they did in the past, but instead you'll trust in these moments a lot more. You won't differentiate them by seeing things as this is good versus this is bad, or this is right and this is wrong, or this is failure and this is success. Your eyes are opening to the fact that the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly are all a part of the exact same story. The only enemy, critic, or resistance that you're going to meet is you, pile 5. So this is a lot of power coming to you when we discover the ability to maintain our emotional position despite the circumstantial differences and the things that may be going wrong in our life. We become untouchable. Nothing can faze you because it's an acceptance of, yes, sometimes things are going to be outside of my control. Sometimes things may go wrong. Sometimes things will disappoint me, but I will maintain my own level of peace or grace or poise. That's why she is encapsulated in this wreath in the World card here, and she is surrounded by the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. And this is to show that her energy is unchangeable no matter the conditions in her life, no matter the part of the journey that she's on, no matter what part of the major arcana of tarot, no matter which card she is in, she is still surrounded by these fixed energies, this fixed energy that says, no, I'm going to maintain who I am. I'm going to maintain my purpose. I'm going to maintain my energy. I'm going to maintain myself. I'm going to preserve myself. So she's saying that my energy is unchangeable no matter the conditions in my life. She is protected by her ability to be consistent, to maintain her own emotions. This makes a person incorruptible, unmatched, and unable to be compromised by whatever is happening outside of them. When a person reaches this state of acceptance, they're able to preserve their own energy and be the ones fully in control of deciding where they spend their energy, where they spend their time, where they spend their resources, where they invest their heart and emotions. It's completely up to us when we sort of protect ourselves in this way by deciding that not everything gets a piece of us. So what I'm really seeing here is a lot of it's like self-control, but not all at the same time. It's like relinquishing self-control. And because of you relinquishing the self-control, you end up gaining it because it's like, you know what, I'm going to give up the need to always have to feel like this, or I'm going to give up the idea, the sentiment that in order for me to be truly happy, in order for me to be truly evolved, I have to always be zen, I have to always be peaceful, I have to always be mature, I have to always be the bigger person, I have to always be whatever it is I'm telling myself that I have to always be. You know, there's a sense of releasing that sort of script, I guess you could say, and taking on a different one where it's just it's okay, you know, yeah, things are going to get messed up sometimes. Things are going to go in a way where I absolutely don't want them to go sometimes, But that's all right. It doesn't mean that my life is being ruined. It doesn't mean that certain things are happening that I cannot come back from. It doesn't mean that this thing is happening to me. This could be happening for me. You know, there's this realization of sort of removing the line in the sand that says this is good and this is bad. There's just like this removing, this almost disintegration of that barrier. That the way it's like there is no good and bad, you know? It's just like, no, it's all a part of the same story. You're not my enemy. It's not me versus you, but this whatever is happening in my life is a part of my story. And it doesn't make it a bad or a good thing. It just makes it a part of my own story. And that's what I'm seeing here, just an understanding of how all these things are connected. And this is a huge, major spiritual blessing coming to my pile of fives. As well as there's something here with this World card that feels like the Chariot to me. It feels like Chariot energy. It feels like movement. It feels like maybe like making a decision. But there's something here that feels like movement, like you being pulled by some sort of other force outside of you. It's like something just sort of takes over my pile of fives, and it's like you don't allow yourself to just partake in the same sort of things. You're just on like a completely different vibe, pile 5. You're on a different frequency. You just are. You're different. This is like the part of your life where it's like, you know, people might say, oh, you're different, or you're changing, or you seem different, something like that. For very many of my pile 5s, it's like there's just this force bigger than you that is pulling you into this completely different frequency. It's elevated frequency here. Let's go ahead and check out this card, see what else it is that we're seeing. We have here the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, pile 5, you're about to defeat a particular issue in your life. Okay, so there seems to be, for some of you, there seems to be an issue that keeps recycling itself. This could be your health for some of you. It could be court, a relationship, job, finances. It's like there's something you keep going through or dealing with, and it's exhausted you so much. But that was the point of this recurring problem, pile 5. It's been coming back to visit you because it was meant to ignite you. It was meant to get you to this space where you're not able to be affected or bothered by it anymore, where you develop this callousness or hardened heart to this particular situation or person because it's been draining you. Another blessing here is this issue finally withering away because it can no longer pull energy from you. For some of you, this was like a parasitic energy or person that was almost feeding on you. And because of you encapsulating yourself and saying, you know what, I'm so exhausted that you literally can't get any more of me. It's almost like this thing starves itself. It's like you starve it of energy, you starve it of life force. So it just withers away. It just dies. Like I see it like, this is going to sound like a very morbid vision, but it's like whatever this is, for some of you it might be a person, for others of you it's a situation, a habit, a lifestyle, a mindset, I don't know, something like that. But it's like I see something emaciated. I see something that's like, it's so starved. It's like, you know what a starving person looks like. This is what I'm seeing as a visual. It's like this black silhouette, but it's emaciated. It's starved. It's so weak because it's not able to feed off of you anymore. Oh my God, this is powerful. Yeah, whatever this is, you are draining it of its life force energy because you're saying you're not allowed in my life anymore, or you're not allowed to get a bit of me anymore. You're not allowed to get my attention anymore. I'm not going to give you my attention. I'm not going to give you my energy and my emotions. I'm not going to get upset with you. I'm not going to get frustrated by you. I'm not going to allow you to really sort of affect me or affect my life anymore. And because of that, you're starving this thing out and it's dying. And it knows that if it stays and if it keeps trying to get your attention, if it keeps trying to pull from you, it's going to die. And so this thing, it has to leave and it has to go elsewhere. And this is why I'm saying I see it just withering away. I see it withering away because it can no longer pull from you. It can no longer feed off of you. Wow. For some of you, you're also meeting a masculine energy pretty soon that will also help you to either defend yourself, fight back, or even remain unbothered. This is a masculine energy, but it could still be a man or a woman. I just saw as well, maybe even like a red vehicle for some of you. Out of nowhere, I saw that. So for some of you, there may be a new vehicle coming. The other interesting thing here is the King of Wands symbol. I want to mention this really quick, is the salamander eating its own tail to show this king's undying resilience. Very similar to the World card here. There is like a justice coming to you, pile 5, because it wasn't balanced. Someone or something may have gotten away with something that may have belonged to you, but it's coming back. It's coming back to its rightful owner. This thing is coming back to you, but better. So this could be a home you lost, or a car, or some sort of property, money, a job, an opportunity, a relationship, but a much better one is coming back to you, pile 5. One that you would not have been able to procure or have if you hadn't have lost what it was that you thought you needed, or what it was that you thought you wanted. If you wouldn't have lost that thing, you wouldn't have gotten it even better. So it's like whatever it is that you have lost recently or in your past, it's coming back to you, but it's renewed. It's better for you. It's better for you, and it's more in alignment with your future. It's way more in alignment with your future. For some of you, I'm even seeing like a better relationship with your coworkers, or maybe like a better relationship with your boss as well. Or maybe if you are a business owner, then you have a better relationship with your employees, something like that. For some of you as well, this is also like a new wardrobe coming in. Maybe like the money or the finances to be able to buy new clothes. There's like so much about you that's changing, pile 5, that even you're going to want to change maybe your wardrobe or the way it is that you look, because it's like there's something about you that you want to shed. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like there's something about you you're trying to shed. And so a lot of your life is going to look different. A lot of you is possibly even going to look differently. So even with this King of Wands, I'm saying like a change in your appearance, a change in your wardrobe, a change in your hair, a change in your style, something like that sort of fits this new you that you're trying to be. And I know that might sound really shallow or vain to some people, but the reality of it is, you know how when you buy like new clothes or new furniture or new car, it's like you have this fresh energy. Like you feel like, you know, the energy's sort of been revamped in a sense. And because of that, it's like it puts us in this different mood, you know, it puts us in this different mood where we feel maybe more capable, we feel more confident, we feel more like something that we are aspiring to be. Well, the more that you walk in the shoes that you are trying to be, the more it is going to come into fruition, pile 5. The more that it is going to materialize in your life, the more that your life is going to start to look like the future that you're trying to bring in. So really, pile 5, this is all about almost emulating, not imitating, but almost emulating, becoming what it is that you want. Becoming what it is that you want to be, becoming what it is that you want to have, becoming what it is that you want your life to look like. Becoming that is going to change your life drastically, for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what else it is that we're seeing. Let's go on ahead and start with this one. And we have here, it says success. Look at this, you guys. Do you guys see that? Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. I told you guys. The next 2 cards that we have here is realization, and it says here the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Beautiful. Then we have here allowance. Wow. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Yep. And then the final card that we have here, do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Abundance. Abundance. Wow. Oh my God, that's such a beautiful card. So the funny thing, like I was saying, you guys, in the very beginning of this reading here, you're going to come to a huge realization. I legit use the word realization. I'm pretty sure of it. I don't remember. I'm going to have to watch this back. But I'm pretty sure I use the word realization, and we have the card here of realization. But I mentioned earlier when I was just looking at you guys' tarot cards, that's why I love incorporating oracle cards, because they really come through and confirm things. But I mentioned earlier in you guys' tarot cards here that you're going to realize that the road ahead is not a straight one, that there's an ebb and flow to life, that sometimes you're going to feel good, other times you're not. And the thing about you accepting that and understanding that, allowing these ebbs and flows, allowing this rhythm, allowing this up and down dance with life, you allowing that is what's really going to bring you a lot of abundance and success. Like I was saying in the very beginning of this reading, that you guys are having a huge awakening where it's like you're not going to be stressing about not feeling happy or zen all of the time. you're going to realize that it's all a part of the same story. So there is an allowance and a realization happening here. And with that happening, so much abundance and success is coming to you because you're going to relinquish the control. You're going to relinquish the need to feel in control of what happens and how it happens and how you feel. You're going to relinquish the need to control how it is that you feel. And instead, you're going to realize, like, you know what? Everything that has happened in my life has worked out to the point where it's like I'm here right now in my life. And if it happens, and all I have to do is just take control and change that. But at the end of the day, this is about you relinquishing control so that you gain control, that you gain true control. Because for some of my pile fives, your idea of control is like maintaining a certain emotion, maintaining a certain consciousness, a certain state of consciousness. But instead you're going to realize, like, no, it's actually about me just trusting in this entire process, allowing myself to feel like shit some days, allowing myself to feel like I'm on cloud nine other days, and it all being okay. Me realizing that at the end of the day, that I am okay, that it's all working out, that it is all working out towards my success and abundance. And there's a huge realization of that happening here. By you allowing that, these things are really going to work out for you. Like I said, you're going to realize that it's all interconnected, that it's all a part of the same story, pile five. This is I love the fact that the oracle cards came through to confirm that for sure. I mean, there's a lot coming to my pile fives. I'm really excited for you guys, but yes, this is all that I'm seeing. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hope you all connect with me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye now.